Alright. Now we're gonna be reacting to it says a caretaker, something. Pretty much the caretaker of whoever, this lady or something, killed her. I don't know if it was on accident or on purpose, but that's why if I ever get old, personally, just don't put me in a nursing home. If I can't wipe my ass, just that's time for me to call it quits, obviously. I'd rather just, take a trip out to Hawaii and then just like sit on the beach and have somebody just come up to me while I'm just looking out at the ocean. Because I'm just not dying in a home, They're taking care of me because they get paid, which means they don't actually like me or love me. They're just doing it for the money. So yeah, bottom line is if I can't wipe my own ass, it's just time for me to call it quits. But let's see what's up. All right, so the real thing is caregiver realizes cops found dead client wrapped in plastic. Yeah, like I said, I'm not gonna be letting nobody take care of me when I turn 100 if I make it that long. But let's see.
I snapped.
How'd you snap?
I just did. Abuse.
Yeah.
Too much of it.
When police respond to a brutal stabbing, they find a disabled veteran clinging to life and a woman whose account of this.
So a disabled veteran was abusing you, so you decided to stab him. Totally not accurate. Off the jump, that's immediate. Just, no.
Bloodbath may not be the whole truth.
She is diabolical. You have no freaking clue.
On March 8, 2026, Charlotte County Sheriff's Office deputies are dispatched to a home in Punta Gorda, Florida, after a frantic woman calls 911.
911, what is the address of the emergency?
Yes. I came out to check on my neighbor, and he's dead.
Okay,
His truck's gone. There's blood everywhere. He was covered with plastic.
You said he was covered in plastic?
Yes.
Okay, now, does it look like there was any sort of injury?
I don't know. Yes, he bled to death.
Okay, but I'm saying, does it look like there were any injuries?
I hate the 911 operators. Like, they just do it so wrong. Like, I don't know. All right, so can you see any injuries? Like, you act like she's about to sit there and, like, look around at this guy's dead body. Like, she probably don't even want to see it. Just, okay, we'll be there in a second. Stay right there. That's all you gotta say. They'd be doing too much.
Are there any weapons around?
I don't know, honey.
Okay, that's okay. You're doing a great job. I'm just trying to help for our deputies here, okay? Now,
Well,
does he live here alone?
He had a roommate.
And the roommate is not there, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
Can you do me a huge favor and step out front to make contact with the deputies?
Yes.
When a deputy arrives at the scene, he rushes to the back of the home and discovers an unresponsive elderly man lying next to a wheelchair in a pool of blood with a severe laceration to his arm.
So he hit his head. His pulse. He's still warm. Yeah.
The temperature of the body tells deputies they're dealing with a very recent attack. Believing there may still be a chance to save him, they begin CPR.
Press.
Got rigor or anything like that?
No, he's still warm.
Despite their efforts, he cannot be revived.
Stop compression.
And the blood around him is coagulated.
That doesn't make sense. If he's bleeding and you're giving him CPR, you're damn near just... Are you not pushing the blood out of him, or am I bugging? Why would you do CPR on somebody that's bleeding out? You gotta stop the blood. You're just fucking pushing the blood out of him. You killed the guy. They need to just let me run this shit.
But it's still wet, at least.
The whole wheelchair is covered in blood.
So is that one over there. There's one over there that's covered in blood too. And the blood goes from all the way over there.
The spin circle's right here.
When a deputy speaks with the woman who called 911, she identifies the victim as 76-year-old Paul Dwayne Bradley, a disabled military veteran who relies on multiple caregivers for daily assistance.
One, his truck's missing.
Yeah.
It's not here. Two, he was covered in plastic.
Okay.
The sheathing was over him.
Plastic sheathing was?
Yep,
Okay.
I pulled it back to make sure it was him. Because I seen his foot, but I had to make sure it was him.
Okay.
And that's all I touched, and I called him.
As deputies process the scene, a visibly shaken friend of Paul's approaches with information that immediately begins to point investigators toward a potential suspect.
But just stay back there for now, because this is an active crime scene, okay?
To you. I
Okay.
have to talk
With
to
what?
I don't know who's the lady that's living with him. She just moved in, and he came over the other day and told me she was schizophrenic, and he wanted to get her out of the house.
Yeah, because see, that's what we was supposed to be here at 7 to help him make sure she goes.
You too?
Yeah.
Okay.
The deputy learns that earlier that morning, Paul had fired a live-in caregiver who had recently moved into the home. When she refused to leave, he called authorities for assistance.
So, this caretaker, is she someone you hired, or is it a friend? Or
I was going to hire her, and I'd try her out for a month, you know.
Okay.
But then I thought, after 3 days, I knew she wasn't going to be no good.
What is she doing? So, I get that she's not, like, really taking care of you, but what else is she doing?
Nothing.
Nothing? She's just doing nothing.
She makes me good meals, don't get me wrong. But that's all she does.
So she's just cooking for you, that's all she's doing?
Yeah. She's just worthless.
She's in there right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's in bed, I think.
So you want her out of here today, we can do that. Do you just want her to get going, or do you want her, like, formally trespassed?
No, if she refuses to go.
If she refuses to go, then yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, I'm gonna go talk to her now.
The deputy spoke to Paul's caregiver, 48-year-old Shannon Rose Giblin. She denied neglecting his care and said that,
I mean, look at her. Look at that face. The last name's almost Goblin. Close enough. She looks like the girl off Weapons, the grandma or whatever, cast the spells. I mean, she looks like you could pay her to get a, you know, like this bitch. Yeah, she did it.
there was another reason Paul wanted her out of the house.
I'm going to tell you the truth, sir.
Okay.
He... And the girl that got me this job knows this too. You can talk to her about it. He is mad at me because I didn't give him sexual pleasure. Do you see? Have you ever had...
Yeah, I've heard of this kind of thing.
She told the deputy Paul had repeatedly made unwanted sexual advances, including one incident where he allegedly put his hands on her.
When we go run errands, of course I drive, and I help him out of his buggy into the truck, and I snap on a seatbelt for him. You know, just sweet. And so I'm leaning over snapping his seatbelt, and he grabs the back of my head. He puts his hand on the back of my head, and he moves my head towards his crotch, and he goes, ugh, groans.
With Shannon's serious allegations, the deputy was now facing a much more complicated situation.
I want to go back in and talk to him again about that.
He's going to deny it. You know
Yeah, probably. But the problem here, Shannon, is that he wants you gone. And so if he tells me that he wants you gone, then that is my job to do that.
So you want me to leave right now?
So that's what I'm going to try to figure out with him.
That's impossible. I have no car. I've got cats. This man is a pervert.
Listen, I'm not saying I don't believe you at all, okay?
So why would you want to stay with him? Fuck you mean? Like, come on, bro.
Okay, so I'm gonna go talk to him. I've heard this story a few times, okay? So let me go talk to him, and then we'll figure out what's going on next, okay?
Paul denied the allegations and remained firm that he wanted her out of the house immediately.
So, what you should do is go ahead and get out of here. I know you don't have a car, but I would go ahead and get your things together. I would contact a friend. I don't know your money situation. But
I have like $30.
if I leave, this isn't a big question. Is there going to be a huge fight here?
No,
is there going to be a fist
I'm
fight?
no.
Okay.
No, because first and foremost, felony. Put your hands on the
I was going
man.
to say, exactly.
I know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hours later, Paul's body is found in the very spot where Shannon had spoken with the deputy. As the investigation continues, a review of security footage from a neighboring residence reveals Paul's 2024 Toyota Tacoma leaving the property around 4:30 p.m.
Can you do a felony bolo for this guy's truck? I need to know where it is as soon as possible, and I need it stopped.
3 hours after Paul's body is discovered, the vehicle is located at a McDonald's in Sarasota County, 53 miles north of the crime scene, and Shannon is inside.
Step out of the vehicle with your hands up. Hands up, hands up, hands up. Turn around. Walk backwards to me. No, don't reach. Walk backwards with your hands in the air. Do not reach. Walk backwards to me now. You got hands?
Got hands. Drop down your knees.
Get on your knees. Keep your hands on your head.
Hands on your head.
Is there anyone else in the vehicle?
My cats.
After Sarasota County deputies detain Shannon, she begins making disturbing claims about what happened to her.
Why are you guys being so mean to me when I was just abused?
Okay.
And almost murdered by
know,
a guy.
I don't know anything about
just,
anything.
I'm gonna stand you up.
Okay, let's stand up.
I was almost just murdered. Look at my body.
Shannon is transported to the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office, where she says she was constantly harassed and abused by Paul. But detectives will soon get a surprising phone call that raises questions about her story.
Paul's a very evil man. I believe it was the second night I was there. I was saying goodnight to him, and he reaches back and he starts doing this on my upper leg, and he starts reaching over towards my crotch. And I was like, all right, well, good night. I mean, I had just gotten there.
Shannon describes another incident she says crossed a line, leaving her feeling devastated.
He told me that he loves to spoon. He's like, if we're ever spooning and you feel the little guy down there misbehave, you can just skedaddle. So I went to my room, sat on the bed, in disbelief, and just started crying. And he literally wants me there for sex.
She goes on to describe a history of childhood trauma, suggesting Paul's alleged behavior triggered painful memories from her past.
Nobody understands that there's sick men out there. Okay, I was freaking by my own father. When I was 14, he took my virginity. Okay? I've been almost murdered by a guy choking in front of my 3-year-old daughter. Okay?
Detectives shift their focus to what happened after the deputy told her to leave Paul's home.
Obviously, it looks like you were put in a very tough spot. I mean, I see you're scratched up and have some injuries. Did he get violent after law enforcement left?
Yes.
Also,
He grabbed me, and I've got the things.
But after learning about the arrest, Shannon's sister contacts investigators and reveals a pattern from Shannon's past, one that raises questions about whether she's telling the truth.
I just wanted to say that someone noticed in her mugshot that there were scratches on her. And I wanted to tell the detectives that she has a history of and trying to blame other people. One of her baby daddies, for lack of a better term, she bragged about getting him locked up in Sarasota for like 8 months because she beat herself up and then called the cops and said he did it. I was thinking to myself, oh my God, she's going to sit there and try to say it was self-defense and he did that to her.
What happened next with Paul?
I look at him and said, Paul, after everything I've done for you, clean your house, cook for you, give you baths, so you're just willing to have the sheriff just push me to the curb? I said, what would you have done to my cats? And he goes, well, and it was obvious he would have killed them. Just the way he said it.
All right, so then what happened?
He's in his scooter, and he starts going, and I start following him. And he stops in his scooter, and he grabs his phone. And I'm like, what are you doing? Because he was going to call the cops again. And I went to grab it, and he's like, what are you doing? And he starts grabbing me. I guess I snapped. I snapped.
Okay.
No, I didn't.
Why she thinks she's the main character? Like, bitch, you're going down. You know, it's really fucked up how evil bitches are, you know? She's over here beating herself up, hitting herself, saying a dude did it, and then that dude gets locked up. Yo, stop giving these bitches leeway, bro, for real. Like, stop. Some of them, you know, yes, like, you know, they've been beat up and stuff like that, so you got to take it pretty serious. But you got to detect the evil ones, because they're evil. They're fucking evil. This one, evil.
It just hit me. I snapped. I just did. Abuse.
Yeah.
Too much of it.
I get it.
I was in a mental hospital because I snapped years ago. It's all documented. All of it.
According to Shannon, when the confrontation turned physical, she used a kitchen knife to cut him.
Was it a little cut, a big cut when you cut him?
No, he was bleeding a lot.
Okay. A lot? Like.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Her sister claims this wasn't the first time Shannon had used a knife during a confrontation.
I spoke to the boyfriend that just escaped from her. Like, he could have been the next victim, but his daughters were like, you need to get the hell out of there. Because he would wake up in the middle of the night and she would be standing over him with a butcher knife and saying she was going to kill him.
Like, if I seen that standing over, nor would I ever see that standing over me with a butcher knife, because my, what's the word? I don't know. I would never, Yeah, if I seen that with a butcher knife, though, it's definitely squeezing. I would not take that as a joke, You know how, like, I never dealt with it, but, some people will be like, people have crazy girlfriends and shit, and, like, they'll pull a knife out and be like, motherfucker, I told you that. Like, all right, baby, chill. Like, put the knife down. Bro, once that knife goes down, it's straight. I'm getting mixy. Like, I'm hitting her leg kick, left hook, rear naked, snapping her shit. Like, we're taking this serious. Female, no female. You pull a knife out, bro, it's game time. Simple. So you better not put it down.
He literally hightailed it across the state of Florida to get away from her because his daughter lives on the other coast. He told me I was afraid she was going to slit my throat in my sleep.
Shannon insists the confrontation with Paul escalated into something she never expected.
I'm scared for my life, and I'm scared for my cat's life. This man abuses me. It's not like I'm like, oh, I've hurt this precious man today.
No one's claiming that.
But Shannon's ex-boyfriend describes a conversation he had with Shannon about Paul that paints a very different picture.
He was on the phone with her on Sunday before this happened. She was telling him that she was going to kill the guy before she killed him. And I'm just saying, because I think it's relevant, because if she's like saying, I'm going to go in there and kill him, and then she does it, that's premeditated in my book.
Shannon says that after cutting Paul, she pushed him in his scooter to the back of the house, where she placed him on the ground and watched him die. But before fleeing in his truck, she covered his body with the plastic tarp. When asked why, she offers an unexpected explanation.
What was up with the plastic? Everything else makes sense to me. I don't understand that part.
When you take care of somebody, tucking them in, does that make sense at all? I don't know.
Can I ask you a question that's kind of personal? How do you feel now that that happened?
He was not innocent. That's how I feel. He abused me. That's how I feel. Because a part of me was, I'm like, it was either me and my kitties or him. I'm serious. Now you both look at me like you hate me.
We don't hate you.
Promise me don't hate you.
I'm not cold-hearted.
She's threatened so many people in her life. She is diabolical.
If that's her own sister saying that shit, lock her up. Simple. That's how you know it got bad. Usually, siblings and stuff like that, you're not going to ever rat out your own. I mean, you don't do that, right? You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not going to lie. If my brother or sister is on some shit like this, they got to put them in Arkham. Put them in Arkham Asylum. Lock them up. Keep them with the Joker and fucking, don't let them out. Throw away the key. Blood or not, don't matter. Fuck that.
You have no freaking clue.
According to court documents, in March 2026, Shannon was charged with second-degree murder and grand theft of a motor vehicle. She pled not guilty to the charges. Shannon's public defender filed a motion requesting a competency examination, and a hearing is scheduled for August 6, 2026, to determine whether she is fit to stand trial. She remains jailed without bond.
I mean, yeah, man, RIP to that veteran. This bitch was obviously on some shit. Probably was doing meth, maybe crack, maybe heroin. Who knows? be careful who you hire as your caretaker. Me personally, like I said, if I ever get to the point where I can't wipe my own ass, that's game over. That's the end of my story mode. So I'll just call it quits. I won't actually do it to myself, but I'll just have somebody else do it. I'm almost at 500 subs, so sub up.